Okay, let's try this again. Ask me anything. 115 episodes in. Pardon me, I just tried to go live, but the live chat was not loading, but it is fixed and fine now. So, Monday Fun Day, 2 p.m. on a gray afternoon in Belgium. It's a great moment to lift some spirits. As we wait, we already got 3 people in here. What's good? You guys know the drill. The Viking is here to answer Andy and everything. Oh, here we go. Andrew, why do people from the West seem to act entitled and arrogant when traveling in non-Western countries? Because they think they're better than everyone else. Because that's all we have been taught um, since being a kid. So basically, people in the West, they just look at Africa and Asia and South America as, like, well, they literally call them third world countries, second world countries. So that's just the way it is. Like, things are just less luxurious over there. Everything is harder out there. So people just grow up with this idea. They are convinced that we are living in the best place on in the planet, and that's it. It's just, it's education. It's education. It's That's the reason why I got tired of traveling. Not saying I'm not going to travel again, but on my travels, I would always encounter these people, these fellow tourists, backpackers, whatever, that would treat the locals as if they were a tourist attraction. And that's just, that's hard for me to ignore. It's always like there's always this undertone when traveling to more poor countries where it's like, poor them, they don't really know what they're doing. And that's annoying, man. That's annoying. That guy. I'm good. What's up? But yeah, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. People from America have it more, I gotta say. I would say in terms of like arrogance, I even feel it when American people come to Europe that they're very like, America number one. So they are convinced that they're living in the best country on the planet because that's literally all they've been spoon fed since birth. 99% of most people's behavior is just education and culture. Just chilling with you while waiting to see if I'm getting a new job. All right, man, send out those applications. Maybe residual colonialism has its part too. For sure. Like, think about it. Like, Europe literally went and raped Africa. And then they just, until they had enough. And we, us Europeans are still benefiting to this day from all of the natural resources that we stole from African countries. Keep working hard and stay awesome. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Maximilian. I'm going to keep this thing going. Rokaya. The issue of living in a country that's going through war has been disturbing me a lot. I'm feeling great pain in my chest. I find myself crying myself to sleep every night. I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like to live in a country that's at war. Just the constant stress, not knowing if we're gonna make it to the next day, family members dying, things like that. So I'm not gonna try to act like I really know what that feels like. All I can tell you is, oh, I gotta turn off my WhatsApp. All I can tell you is, man, I hope you can get out of there as soon as possible. I really do. I really hope you can find a way to get out because I know you're in Syria because you've been on the channel before, Rokaya. I know you're in Syria. You know, you're basically just living in constant fear, constant stress. That's crazy. Not to mention right now, like Ukraine and Russia, they are close to going to war again. It's insane, man. 2021 and this is still happening. It's kind of crazy when you think about how many people, like, I'm in Belgium right now, and people here complain all the time, being in a lockdown. Not to complain myself too, but it's kind of crazy when you think about there's people still at war. And, we're complaining because we don't get to go out to eat. What's up, Sarah Duran? Shout out to England. Hey, yo, guys, let's get some thumbs up going. What's that? One thumb up? That's ridiculous. There's 9 people in here. Nice. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Listen, my prayers go out to you. Yeah. For the ones who are looking to turn your life around, if you're looking to overcome addiction, get out of the toxic relationship, move to a new country and start a new career. If you need someone to guide you through that process, if you need advice with those things, if you want to learn how to be confident, you can hire me. I'm your guy. This is my email, lorenz.reed@gmail.com. I work with 2 video calls a week, plus text and audio messaging daily, so I can give you dynamic advice. What's up, Pri? For those wondering, that's what I'm doing so in my normal working day, when I'm not on live, that's what I'm doing. I'm coaching clients. Shout out to Beth from the UK, who I just coached this morning. I'm not on TikTok, my man. Hamet. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know what to do on TikTok. And I've talked about this many times. I don't like TikTok. I don't like it. It's not my thing. It's 60 seconds to get something across, for me, that just doesn't cut it. How much do your services cost? I never discuss pricing on here, so if you want to send me an email, I'll be glad to inform you, my friend. Sarah, can you please explain why British guys are so confrontational? That's funny. They are, though. They really are. The British dudes, man, they're always ready to fight. Mind you, I used to live in Barcelona many years. I can recall so many run-ins with drunk British men, Liverpool jerseys, shouting, aggressive. When you catch a group of those, like a group of 10, 12 British men on the warpath, man, you better get out the way. I hate TikTok. Me too. For me, I think TikTok is just a way to sexualize teenage girls, honestly. That's what it is. It's like, just, let's make up a new dance. The dance just happens to look like a stripper routine. That's what it is. I love the cat. Are you a dinosaur man? Am I? Dude, I'm the dinosaur man. I love dinosaurs. I love everything about dinosaurs. I'm obsessed with them. I love Jurassic Park. Well, not all the new ones, but the original, obviously. What happened to your jaw? You're not new here. Thank you, Pri, for joining the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Cancer. Yup. I had cancer in my jaw, so they had to amputate my jaw, and that's why I look the way I do. Are you an animal person? I love animals, but I don't think I'm I won't automatically, grab every dog that I see, if that makes sense. I'm very positive. I love animals, but it's not like I don't think I would define myself as an animal person. I'm just a person that likes animals. Did you see The Land Before Time? No, I didn't. Is that a good one? It's about dinosaurs, I'm guessing, right? Jurassic Park and Star Wars are the best movies that have ever been made. I'm not mad at that opinion. I'm not mad at that. Beautiful and good story movies. Yeah. Jurassic Park. What always trips me out about Jurassic Park is that how do the old movies where they didn't have CGI yet look so much better than the new ones. You know, I saw this Jurassic Park movie not too long ago. It was like Jurassic Park 3 or something, and the dinosaurs looked so bad. Like it was such a bad job of CGI. I was like, this is embarrassing. I can't believe they put this out. Spielberg, on the other hand, in the original Jurassic Park, they used real dinosaurs, meaning like they actually built dinosaurs. Star Wars too, it looked way better, the older ones than the new ones. It pushes people to perform. Exactamundo, Nick. I totally agree. Life lesson. Yeah, do more with less. I totally agree. Totally agree. Oh, guys, good news, by the way. Um, as I've been taking on more clients, I have now obtained the financial freedom to reinvest in my business. So I have bought a new camera. So soon the quality of these live shows will drastically improve as I have purchased the Sony ZV-1, sorry, which is basically the creme de la creme of vlogging cams, streaming cams, whatever you want to call it. It's really good. So very excited to go from this pixelated video to 4K video. Stepping it up, man, going all in. Streaming more than ever. Guys, let's keep the questions coming. We got 10 people in here. Do not be shy. Sounds so good. I'm happy you now got the freedom, the financial freedom with your own business. Thank you, man. This is just a start, though. This is just a start. Gonna do more vlogs with the cam. I might make some more gym vlogs with the cam. Depends. That well, there definitely is gonna be more vlogs. I don't know why I say I might. I wanted to have a camera that I can use for both for streaming as for vlogging. So yeah, that's really the idea, that I can use it for both. Who knows, man, where I'll be in a couple of months. For whatever reason, I don't really like vlogging in Belgium that much because I just feel like it's not that interesting of a country or a setting to vlog in. The name is just completely wrong. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's on the way. I think it's most people's dreams. Yeah, sure. Financial freedom is extremely important. Extremely important. Speaking of which, man, I messed up last night on crypto. I sold one of my altcoins because I thought it was going to crash. And then this morning it went way up. Lost a lot of money that way. But it is what it is, man. That's the crypto game for you. All right, guys. Let's get a few more thumbs up and let's get a few more questions. Don't be shy. I'm always wondering what I can do to create more interaction. I always feel like there's a lot of people just lurking, just looking. What can I do so that, like, we have 11 people in here now and only 2 people are asking questions. So if you're watching this and you're a person that never types anything, what is it about you that makes you hold back on interacting? Is it that you just prefer to be in the background? Is it that you don't have a question, you just want to watch other people's questions? Is it that you're shy? Like, educate me, please. I would love to know. I really want to know. What are you looking forward to the most post-corona? Being able to go to a live concert, being able to play competitive basketball again, and being able to go and sit on a terrace and have a drink. I've been to Belgium, beautiful city. Thank you. Janis, you're going to sell your apartment? Nice. Andrew, I've been living in Asia for 4 years. Vietnam, right? Why do you think Asian people in general are more friendly and social, cohesive than people in the West who are more selfish and individualistic? It's culture, it's education. Asian culture, excuse me, guys. Asian culture is very much based on respect. Mm, well, depending on the countries, I've had some bad run-ins with people from China, to be honest with you, but um, it's just culture. In the West, it's like every person is so special, you know? Like we're all taught that we're so special and so unique and talented and things like that. And in Asia, it doesn't really go down like that. So Western people are just more egocentric by design. It's all nurture, man. It's all nurture. By the way, guys, if you are looking to turn your life around, if you are looking for somebody to guide you and coach you through the process of getting a new job or getting a new boyfriend or girlfriend, getting out of the toxic relationship, losing weight, building muscle, moving to a new country and starting over, whatever the case may be, I am your guy. This is my email address, lorenz.reeds@gmail.com. Stop being depressed. Stop feeling shitty about yourself. Make a change. Push the first domino and reach out to me. We can make it happen. Oh, my throat is messed up today. Also, guys, let's get some thumbs up going. Let's go. Doesn't cost you anything to hit that thumb. Show your boy some love and give me some good questions. And I just ask people who are never asking questions why they don't do so, but I guess I have a strong suspicion that there is like a big part of people that literally don't know where the chat box is. Now, I'm not even trying to like call you out. I'm just saying like I want to know what it is that makes you not want to ask questions or not interact. Is it because you're more like you don't want to put yourself out there, or there's nothing that comes to mind? Are you scared of me? Do you think I'm going to yell at you? I promise I won't. I think a lot of people listen while working or doing other things. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ha ha ha. Where the damn chat box at? What's up, Rebecca? Good to see you, girl. How's your Monday going? I blasted right out the gates, man. I woke up, had a banana and the yogurt for breakfast. I hit arms and back, workout in my basement. Then I coached a client. Shout out to Beth from the UK. Awesome sessions. Very proud of her. Then I made a huge lunch, 4 pieces of avocado toast with 4 eggs. And now I'm here. What is you yelling at me? Where the request? I don't get it. Can you reword that, please? Yes, I also do a lot of times listen and do other stuff. What books? God damn it. What books would you recommend? I've recommended the same books over and over. I would recommend The Power of Now, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Like those two books should be staples in your library. This one, mind you, this is next level. Like this is not an easy book to read, but it's called Thinking Fast and Slow. Thinking Fast and Slow. I guess you can't see it because it's mirrored, but this book is next level if you really want to get into it. I'm also reading a book called Fingerprints of the Gods by Graham Hancock, but this is only if you're into history and alternative routes of how history really went down. What's up, Alexandre? It ain't going. It's 5:11 a.m. and I can't sleep. I do have physical therapy at 2. Damn, that sucks waking up that early in the morning. Yeah, I know how that feels. I read Mark Manson blog almost every day. That's what's up, man. So he's the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And it's awesome that you talk with him. I love that. I read books on Kindle. Good, man. Reading is good, good, good. I applaud any person, any individual that's trying to read. Reading is really essential. But it's so hard because books have to compete with smartphones and push messages and social media and all these things. And even myself, I find it tricky to quote unquote find the time to read. Like, it's crazy when you think about it, how often that we just like when we go to the sofa or whatever, we just automatically take our laptop or our phone out. It's just become second nature. So we have to try to fight that urge Alexandra, how is the new job in the greenhouse going? Sarah, I love to read books. Nice. That's what's up. He's one of the author persons. He's one of the authors I look up the most. Andrew, you seem like a very intelligent person, but it looks like you don't flex it too much in these live chats. but I can only flex my intelligence or showcase my knowledge if someone asks me a question. Like, I can't just randomly start blurting out stuff. I don't think I really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I don't think I'm exceptionally intelligent. I do know that I'm very good at anything that has to do with analyzing situations, emotional situations, and I can read people well. I can feel people's energy, and I can see things unfolding right in front of me. Like, if you put me in a group or in just any type of social situation, I can quickly figure out what's going down. That's it. And that's why I'm doing this also. What's your IQ? I have no idea. I never took an IQ test. I don't think it's that high. Like, I don't think it's like my brother and my sister are both older than me. They're both engineers. They're both highly intelligent. I'm by far the least intelligent of the three. Why has the wish of self-annihilation, a more destructive version of nirvana, taken my depression, anxiety away for good? How does that make sense? It makes perfect sense, because you're kind of, if the world would come to an end, if things would all just implode tomorrow, you would find peace in that, knowing that you would not have missed anything. And all the people that are doing better than you, they're also going down the same, pit of fire that you are. So in a way, this is why a lot of people, they love doomsday predictions for that reason. They love to ponder on the end of the world, because it means like, ha ha ha. So this means that my niece, who is doing way better than me, in my opinion, is also going to hell. So it didn't matter in the end anyway. Does that make sense? That's why you can very easily sell end of the world theories. I just went on Amazon and looked at the book. Is it a coloring book? No, it's an orange book. I have it here, that's all the way over there. I don't want to go get it. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's not giving a shit. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's an orange book with like a spat of black ink on it. Nanak. Nowadays, there is this motivation, YouTubers, video, and books. Back in our parents' days, they didn't have any of this. They got more shit done than us. Do you agree? They got more shit done in terms of like their work, but there was definitely less self-development and less access to information and less access to general information. So basically, a couple of decades ago, life was just going to work, coming home, taking care of your family, and that was that. Unless your parents had the means and the money to send you to college or uni, you weren't really allowed or able to really expand on your talents, or to figure out what you're good at or where your interest lies. The problem is the pendulum has switched so far to the other side that now we literally have too many options, and it is causing people to get really anxious. It's crippling. It's like, you can become anything these days. You can literally, and that's also the message, like, you can do anything if you just work hard enough. And it's not true. It's a lie, first of all. And secondly, it's just hard. Like, it's almost like as if being average or being like not really special is looked down upon. Why would you want to become a butcher if you could become an astronaut? You see what I'm saying? Like, they just need to like reduce all these options. They need to simplify things for most people, because it's crippling and it's never good enough. I'm losing interest in meeting people, and I seek solitude. It relaxes me and doesn't make me feel anxious being alone. I also love my dog, and I believe nobody could ever love me unconditionally. I don't think no one could love you unconditionally because you clearly don't love yourself, man. That's clear. Of course you like being alone because it's easy. It's easy to run away and give up and not try because that's in essence what you're doing. You checked out. If life was a video game, you clicked log out. And subconsciously, there might be this idea, this notion in your head that by checking out, by logging out, if you only do it long enough, one day someone is going to notice, and one day someone is going to reach out and come by and tell you like, hey, I missed you, or what have you been doing? And the fact of the matter is, if you become a recluse, if you become someone who basically checks out of society, the world is going to keep spinning. It's a sad reality. No one really cares. No one is going to notice. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a quite uneventful, boring life, void of people and interactions, which we actually need. And you're only going to punish yourself waiting on the cavalry that's never going to show up. So I would still strongly encourage you to try to make an effort to have a social life. You don't have to be in the clubs partying. There's many different things that you can do. There's also a lot of quiet, introverted people out there that also like, quiet people. You just have to find them. Luckily for you, the internet has made that easier than ever. IQ don't have a lot to say, of course, something, but you have a very high emotional intelligence. I almost bought it. I looked up the incorrect swear word. Yeah, get the right book. I can see you have that easy with communications. Yeah, man, communicating comes natural to me. Um, End of world stuff scares the hell out of me. They have more dynamic communities. I don't think YouTube can compare to old-fashioned communities. No, for sure, you can't compare a real-life community to a community like YouTube. I don't. It's not about comparing. It's more about this is what we have right now. And mind you, there are still plenty of real-life communities out there as well. I wasn't talking about doomsday enthusiasts, but rather the extinction of one single person's will and hopes. I have let go of any and all fears and simply don't care anymore. Um, I think you do care. I think a part of you still cares. I'm not saying that to disagree with you or to make you feel like I don't respect your conclusion, but I feel like what you're saying right now. This reminds me a lot of people who talk about ego death. Like lately, there has been an abundance of people talking about I have no more ego. My ego is gone, and it's like if your ego is gone, you wouldn't even feel the need to say that your ego is gone. You would just be. You wouldn't be concerned about how people will label you. Like the self defining act of calling yourself someone who has had ego death or someone who doesn't care anymore kind of proves the opposite already. It's like people saying, I don't care what people think. I don't care what you think. It's like, if you didn't care, you wouldn't even say it. You wouldn't even respond. All humans need human connection. Yeah, I tend to agree. Nathan, how are you? On top of the world, playboy? Look at me, man. I'm flex. Let me take off. Let me show you guys the guns, man, because I'm playing too long with you. Sun's out, guns out, man. We got the big biceps on deck. You know how we do over here, man. I'm just goofing, man. Janos, I've been with my girlfriend now for 1 year. It's hard today. Hang in there, man. Relationships are not supposed to be easy. Hope you are better today. Every day a little bit better. How did you let go of multiple insecurities? I still have insecurities for the record, but just to be clear, I just made a rational decision. I can either live my life, living it upholding other people's standards and trying to appease other people, or I can just live my own life and not value other people's opinions so much. So there's always going to be people staring at me, pointing at me, calling me ugly, all this shit. So what am I supposed to adjust my lifestyle for them? Run away? Like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna Keep it going. Marcus Aurelius said it best: it never ceases to amaze me how we value opinions of people that we don't even respect ourselves. This is a good trick. If next time someone's opinion of you is bothering you, ask yourself, if you had a big issue or a problem in your life, would you ask that person for advice? Would you value their advice? If the answer is no, then what are you stressing about? Do you make a 5-year plan? Nope. I suffer with depression, so I hate being around people. I just get tired and I have the tendency to say something stupid. Alexandro, at least you're here. Nathan, I got a new job. Congratulations. Is your chin bleeding, bro? No, I got an infection on my chin. I had surgery not too long ago and I had this infection. It's ugly, man. Pus keeps leaking out. It's infected. I'm on antibiotics, but it's messy. My jaw's in constant pain. I can barely eat. But it is what it is, man. I can go lay down on the sofa, cry about it, or I can come on here and try to uplift some other people while in the process growing my brand, growing my business. Speaking of my business, if you're trying to turn your life around, get out of a toxic relationship, look for a new career, lose weight, leave the addiction behind, get more confidence, learn to love yourself, hit me up. This is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. I work with video calls. We can do this on a personal basis. And no one can help you unless you are ready to help yourself. So if you want to push the first domino and send me an email today on Monday, April 19th, let's go. Eldar, I think you're free when you can get rid of the shackles of shyness and insecurity, when you're not afraid of looking stupid. But getting to that point is hard. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Often attack is the best defense. Anytime I'm entering a room, I make sure my shoulders are cocked back, chin up in the sky. I'm ready, man. You got to exude confidence. Fake it till you make it. Perception is reality. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Doesn't matter if you're a turtle. You see what I'm saying? You have to really exercise a certain mental mindset in terms of self-confidence and self-love to a point where people believe it. So when you are successfully able to exude an image of confidence, people will start treating you as confidence. Therefore, in the process, you shall actually feel confident when you get treated as such. You will also become confident. Does that make sense? Because that's my philosophy. Someone rang the doorbell, man. Hello? Hello? Okay. 1 second, guys. I gotta go. Yeah. Delivery. You want to know the funny part? It's not even for me. It's for my girlfriend. Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Rebecca, I found the book. I ordered it. I'll let you know what I think. Good. Can you be financially successful as an introvert? It seems like most financially successful people are extroverts. Man, most wealthy people are introverts. All the people that are into coding and programming, they're making bank. All the people, investors, bankers, crypto dudes, they're making bank. They're not extrovert at all. They're sitting behind their desk, just on their computer, making moves. The turtle slave, interesting output. Thank you. Honestly, though, I only care. I don't know. When people don't write correct sentences, it completely throws me off. So my dogs get to experience a peaceful conclusion to their lives. Okay. I was a party promoter. I use a lot of energy to be extrovert. I just use insanely much energy on it. Guys, people still haven't figured out money is not your most valuable equity. It's actually energy, life energy. And your life energy is very fickle and very precious. And you only have a few points every day. So choose. If you can do two things really good in a day, that's already a very good day. That's really very hard already. So don't try to do 1,000 things at once. Pick a few things. For me right now, I'm focusing on building my body, staying in shape. I'm focusing on coaching my clients and doing these lives. And then if I have time left, I write on my book. That's already a lot. Do you do fasting? No, not anymore. I used to do intermittent fasting, but I stopped. It's also the opposite. If you show weakness and fear, people will treat you like you are weak. Exactly. Exactly, my friend. He gets shot. No, I didn't get shot. What advice would you give to someone entering their 20s? Use a condom. The biggest mistake that can haunt you for the rest of your life is to make a kid in your early 20s. It's happened to many of my friends, and trust me, it just you're done. Um, what else? What else? What else? Don't just do things because you think you have to do them. So I'm talking about clubbing, partying, drugs. If you want to do it, cool, do it. But do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because everyone else is doing it. Um, and yeah, I would say to men, try to not constantly follow your dick. But it's hard when you're that age. So that's going to fall on deaf ears. I see kids here in the Philippines with horrible cleft palates, no hope for surgery. They play and laugh the same as the other kids. Only adults count disabilities. Yes, that's true. Hi, Viking. Hi, Padma. Guys, let's get some thumbs up going. I know we got at least 5 people in here who haven't hit the thumbs up. So, how about you do me a favor? Hit that thumbs up. Also, if you want to support the channel, if you like these lives, feel free. There is a $sign below the chat box, right? It's called Super Chat. It allows you to make a donation to the channel, and it helps me out a lot. It helps me to buy better equipment, to get better quality streaming. It helps me to basically have more time to work for you guys, make content, all that stuff. So if you want to help out the channel, $sign below the chat box, Super Chat would be great. Rebecca, Lorenz, you were just speaking of confidence. What do you do when a sibling is overconfident and is intimidating other family members into submission to his religious ideas? Oof, that sounds like a little. You have the situation of a mini cult leader going on. Confront him. Tell him to take his bullshit somewhere else. Stand up to that shit. That's crazy. Like you need to just and try to get out of that toxic environment. Like try to remove yourself so you're not living with that person anymore. You just need to cut that person out. That's insane. By the way, guys, I'm still taking on new clients. So if you're looking to turn your life around, if you want to do this on a personal basis, do 2 video calls with me a week, you can hire me. This is my email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. Lorenz. He's the only sibling living in my parents' property, and he has a lot of influence over my mother. Yeah, that's tricky. Well, your mother is a grown woman. She has to make her own decisions. If she can't see what's happening, then I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not your problem. Like, I'm going to need you to be a little bit selfish, Rebecca. I'm going to need you to be a little bit selfish and put yourself first. You don't want to be cooped up with a religious nut. Nothing you can do about your mother. Exactly. Exactamundo. I'm very grateful to have such intelligent people in my community. I have recognized characteristics in him that remind me a lot of Charles Manson. I'm not even kidding. Jesus. Yeah, you should just try to like get out of that situation and try to Make one last final attempt to like really convince your mom that he's no good. And if she doesn't want to hear it, 30s. What the hell is being in your 30s like? Awesome question. How do I experience being in my 30s? You know exactly who you are at this point, or you should know. Like, I know who I am, I know what I like, I know what I don't like. And that has caused for a big chunk of so-called FOMO to disappear. I have no more fear of missing out because I know now, you know, I can say no to go into an event and be comfortable with it because I know that that's not my scene, for example. Whereas in my 20s, I would be like, damn, I should have went. So that's really good. For a man, I would say it also allows you to see things more clearly. As your testosterone goes a little bit down, you're not that hypersexualized anymore. You're able to see things more clear. What else? You're gonna start noticing people around you changing drastically in your 30s. So it's very interesting to me. It's like once people hit their 30s, they feel like all of a sudden they have to be very serious people. They have to be adults. They have to be very like, you know, yeah, like adult and serious in a bad way. So they no longer want to have fun. All they want to talk about is real estate prices, electricity prices, how much it costs to build a house, things like that. Like some people really get super into that whole, you know, um, toxic adult mindset. They get obsessed with work. I have a friend like that, and he can only talk about work. He started his own company, and for him, it's just he has developed a complete tunnel vision on basically what life is about. The other day, he literally asked me. I was telling him about that I went running, and I had a new personal record for my running, and he was like, I don't understand why you would run like if you're not going to run competitions and win prizes and win competitions. Like if you're why would you do something if you can't be the best at it and not make money with it? It's like how do you even begin to answer that question? It's like, wow, dude, I would hate to be you. I would hate to be in that mindset. But unfortunately, a lot of people, once they hit 30, especially when they have kids, they're just so it's all about like money. I gotta save more. I gotta accumulate more. It's not enough. And ironically, they start working harder and harder and harder while in the process elevating their lifestyle to a level that's really not necessary. It's like maybe if you didn't buy the new Porsche, if you just bought like a Volkswagen secondhand, for example, that is still nice, you wouldn't have to work so hard. You see what I'm saying? So that's also something that comes with being in your 30s. Um, and you also realize in your 30s that friendships require a ton of energy and it's hard to keep friends because people, for some reason, really start getting into politics and then they will end friendships over political opinions and things like that. So, when I was younger, I remember thinking, why, my parents don't really have that many friends, and it's because older people already have figured out that friendships take a lot of energy, and the older you get, you just no longer want to hang out with the people that you don't really click with, that you don't vibe with, and you're just like, I'm gonna cut this off. So that's something that I learned in my 30s. And also, there's one other thing I wanted to say about 30s. I forgot what it was. Um, It was on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot. I told mom she's way smart and needs to think for herself and not allow him to dictate. Yes, good. What would you tell your 30-year-old self? My 13-year-old self? Nothing, man. I'm a kid at that point. I wouldn't tell myself anything. Currently exercising with you in the background. My goal is to reach 13 stones. I don't know what that is in pounds. How much do you weigh? I'm 86 kgs, 86 kilograms. Body changes from 20 to 30s. Yes, in a positive way if you take care of yourself. I feel the same as I did in my teens. I do not, and I'm very happy for that. Kasha, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I agree. Tutorial slave. Is it strange that I'm giddy when anticipating regarding my own end? It feels like a project, worthy cause that gets me through the day. So basically, you're getting excited to think about you dying. Um, I just feel like there's a lot of like somehow you are anticipating the event of your own death because maybe you see it as a final fuck you to some people that may have not seen it coming, and there is an undertone of ha ha ha, you should have known, I told you, something like that. Usually most people that are infatuated with the idea of their own death or their own demise, they don't really actually want to die. It's just it comes from a point of wanting to be recognized and feeling that people will in the end miss them after all. That's my take on that. What is the best behavior if you're laughed at the streets because of how you look or point at your disability loudly every time you're out? Wow, Marina, I'm so sorry you have to. I'm so sorry that you're surrounded by shitty people. Look, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna talk about the best reaction because let's be honest, how can you react to being mocked for your physical appearance every time that you're out? That seems like, I'm gonna tell you that, Marina McDonald, that's not how all that's not how it is in all places. So I can honestly tell you that if you were living in, for example, in Barcelona in Spain, that wouldn't happen to you. So I wonder where you're living, and I would urge you to leave the community that you're in because it doesn't sound like a place where you should stick around. Gasha, I have to go. Have a great day. Same to you, my friend. Hey guys, let's get a few more thumbs up. I know there's at least 5 people in here who haven't hit the thumbs up yet. So let's get it going. Come on. Show your boy some love. I'm out here busting my ass. With love, of course. Tequila. Bro, God bless. I love you. I love you too, Playboy. Let's get it, man. Monday fun day. It's a beautiful day. Even though it's gray. But we still gotta pay due to my dismay. I got rhymes. All right, guys, let's keep it going. We got 20 people in here. Ask me anything. I'm gonna leave in 10 minutes. So this is the moment in time you've been waiting for. You can ask the Viking for his unfiltered, raw opinion. How do you think your life will be when you're 73? That's impossible to project. I may very well be dead by then. The world will have changed so immensely. Almost certainly, I will look back on my life and feel like I could have done different things. I just feel like it's almost inevitable to not get old and look back on some choices and decisions you made. I will probably laugh at myself, like at my young self, and finally understand that I didn't know shit all along. It's not a fuck you approach. I just want to follow my mother and crave redemption of sorts. Tutorial slave, it sounds to me like you haven't processed the passing of your mother. That's what it sounds like. That you dying is not gonna bring her back, and you dying is also not gonna reunite you with her. So I think you have to come to grips with the idea that it's really up to you, and you're gonna continue to roam in this state of self-loathing and suffering, but then things are not going to get any better for you and nothing is going to change. And no one can do it for you. Only you can do it. Like, I can only tell you, I can only guarantee you that there is a whole lot of life left to be lived. And I feel like if you would have been in a situation where you would have had to fight for your life, due to some illness or something, that would like change your perspective. Find a goal in life, man. Find a purpose. Find a way to use your energy to make someone else's life better. Okay, cool. You're not happy. You don't want to be happy. You're not going to be happy. All right. How about you actually give your life value and you leave the world a better place than it was when you arrived in it, and you try to help others? How about that? Why don't you go do charity? Why don't you go talk to some people in a retirement home, see how they feel? Surya, is it possible to earn enough and a sufficient relaxation time for exercise, movies? Can both go together? For sure. Like if you, for example, if you're making, you can make enough money. Like if you're in the stock market or crypto or um, yeah, many other things. Basically, if you're doing sales and you're really good at it, you can make enough. But it depends on the job that you're taking. You should learn how to code, my friend. So yeah, if you're in India, learn how to code, man. You can make a lot of money coding for people. It'll also allow you to do remote work. Oh, oh, I need a massage, man. 52 minutes in. Exercise while watching movies. All right, guys, let's get some good questions going. Final 5 minutes. It seems like your inspiration is starting to run low. Also, if you're looking to learn how to love yourself, overcome addiction, grow your confidence, move to a different country, get out of a toxic relationship, or lose weight, if you're basically looking to turn your life from shitty to great, you can hire me. I can guide you through the process. This is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. How is Kobe Bryant's book? Yeah, I read it. It's cool. It's not really like it. I love it because I love Kobe, but let's be real. It's you can read it in one day. It's cool, but it's like a typical athlete book, exercise while watching. Going back to what you said, I disagree. I think natural extroverts have a huge advantage in life. No, your question was, can introverts also make a lot of money, basically? And my point was that most highly intelligent people are introverts and they make a lot of money. Hey Viking, first time making it to the live. Love your channel and work. Anindo Moshin, what's up, my man? Thank you. I'm always thrilled. I was gonna log out. I'm happy I didn't, man. I'm happy that you caught me. Where are you from? You got a very interesting name. I love the way it sounds. And thank you for the compliment, my friend. That means a lot to me. That means a lot. I should really start doing lives at different times of the day, but it's hard for me, man. I got dinner. After the dinner, I'm done. Introverts tend to be more creative and might become artists. Life is easier for extroverts, straight up. Sure, sure. My question is, well, why do you care? Why does it matter? It's like I feel like that, like knowing that is not gonna do anything for you. Oh, Tiffany, thank you so much. Appreciate it. $5 goes a long way in a Corona lockdown. Thank you for recognizing my value and supporting the channel, Tiffany. I really appreciate that. Thank you. If anyone else wants to help out, support your boy, you can click on the $ below the chat box. Thank you. I imagine tutorial slave is sitting there in tears, needing someone to talk to. I doubt it. I'm a huge introvert. I'm a little jealous. Dude, you can train yourself though. Hey, what's up, Yano? How you doing, Playboy? Hey, brother, wanna do a stream over on my channel one time and talk about anything and everything? Of course, man. You know I'm down for that. we can do a battle of the hairs, and I can lose. Yo, Jarl, look, I'm down for that anytime. If you want to go for it, send me an email. That's it, lorenz.reese@gmail.com, and we can set it up anytime, Playboy. I would love to make that happen. Tutorial slaves. Thanks for your empathy, Rebecca. The no, I'm numb. That's what I thought. Yo, tutorial slave. I call it though. I know you're not sitting there sobbing. I know you're not sitting there sobbing, man. Are you on Instagram? Yeah, man. That's Wounded Viking. That's my IG. I know you were not crying. Did you have injuries while working out and had to rest to heal myself? My shoulder is injured right now. I injured my shoulder because I'm an asshole and I wanted to go too heavy on the bench press after not having trained for 2 weeks. You are an amazing judge of character, Lorenz. That's all I got though. That's the only thing I do well. Like someone was telling me before that I'm highly intelligent. I'm not. I'm really not. But I do know I can read people, man. I can read people. Even through a username and through like a little chat message. That's what I do. And I used to do sales. Don't forget that. All right, let's talk there. That's what's up, Jarl. Let's make it happen, man. It's a great idea. How you doing today, by the way? Because last time you told me you were a little bit under the weather. So I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Fear not, for spring has arrived upon us. Let's go. Things are going to start looking up, man. This lockdown has been absolute shit. But good things are coming, guys. Do you get depressed or feel depressed when you smoke weed? No, it's the opposite. When I smoke weed, it's like I get the peek behind the curtain, I get the peek behind the curtain of what we perceive as reality. When I smoke, I become very music hits different. Music becomes like, just music becomes like good food. Does that make sense? If a song comes on that I really like when I smoke, it's like having a plate of fresh homemade lasagna. It's just like it's so satisfying. But yes, also when I smoke, I feel like it takes away some of my ego. I got a big ego, and I can look at situations. I can recall situations that happened earlier that week or whatever, and I can be like, I was wrong, you know. But then when you start smoking too much, that little magic goes away. So don't let this be the green light to smoke every day, all day. No, 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 no. Balance is key. And if you weed is great in moderation, and it shouldn't be more than once a week actually for most people. That's my advice. My son reads character very quickly. It's creepy. Smoking marijuana while depressed can have negative effects. That's true. But he was asking if I get depressed from smoking weed. That's not true. Jarl, I'm feeling a lot better, bro. It's all ups and downs. That's the beauty of life. All ups and downs, smiles and frowns, my man. And not chasing happiness, not constantly asking yourself, am I happy? Am I happy? Because if you open your phone, man, there's a whole happy world out there. All that glitters ain't gold. So just soaking it all in, taking it up, man. Like I'm here online talking to 22 different individuals across the world. It's beautiful. What is there to stress about? Mind you, as soon as I turn off this live, I go back to stressing about stuff too. I got stuff going on in my life too, all the time. But every day is a new opportunity. Synesthesia, tasting colors and hearing odors. I don't have that. Weed gave me my first panic attack. Yeah, because you smoke too much. That's what happened. That's what a lot of people like. This is so typical. When people try weed for the first time, they often make the same mistake. Usually, they're smoking with someone that is an experienced smoker, and they basically smoke from a joint that has way too much weed in it, and Surprise, surprise, they freak out, they lose control, and they think they're gonna die. Well, what you do when you smoke, for example, from a very strong joint when you never smoked weed, that's the literal equivalent of never having drank a drop of alcohol in your life, and then basically for the first try, um, downing a bottle of vodka and then concluding that alcohol sucks and alcohol makes you go crazy. Like, no, you need to moderate. First time you smoke should be a very light joint, and you should only take 2 or 3 puffs and put it away and see what happens. That's another thing. People don't understand that weed takes some time to get going. So they're hitting the joint, and then they think they're fine. 15 minutes later, they're on the floor having a panic attack. What is your go-to food and snacks when you're high? This is turning into a weed stream. It's not really my content, but all right. Danio yogurt. So Danio, Danio. It's like this yogurt. It's my crack. I love it. Mind you, I don't have bottom teeth, so I can't really I can't eat things that have a strong like texture. So I'm the yogurt guy. Danio. What else, man? Cereal, cereal for sure. Chocolate, if it's available. I try to not have chocolate in my house. What else? That's a good list. Happiness isn't even a goal, it just happens while you're doing things like you like. Yes. What is your I have followed this channel when I was really depressed and had therapy, but now I'm normal and I still follow this channel during my highs too. You always have valid perspectives, whether high or low. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Surya. That really means a lot to me, man. I really appreciate that input. By the way, guys, if you like the live, if you enjoy this content, you can hit the thumbs up first of all. Doesn't cost you a penny. But if you do want to support the channel and you have a penny to spare, you can click on the dollar sign below the chat box. It's called Super Chat, and it basically allows you to buy me a drink over the internet. Now, all that being said, if you are looking to turn your life around and you feel like you need someone to help you with that, you can also hire me. This is my email address, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. And we can take the first step to making some drastic changes. Ruben was just watching suicide videos and yours came up. My life is pretty much rock bottom. Really wondering what I'm still alive for. Well, Ruben, let's get into some specifics, man. Why is your life rock bottom? What's going on? Give me something to work with. Unless you just wanted to crank out a standard any given Sunday epic pre-Super Bowl speech. And I understand that if you never watched the movie, that didn't make sense. Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino and Jamie Foxx, they have this crazy speech in there that Al Pacino, the football coach, gives to the guys, and it's insane. When I was working as a sales agent in Stockholm in Sweden, they would literally get our entire division into the conference room, and they would play that exact speech to hype us up. And then we would hit the phone lines and basically try to scam some people. True story. When you are feeling down and having a bad day, what do you do? Hike. I hike a lot in nature. I feel like it levels me out. I try to stay busy because when you're feeling bad, you're only going to feel worse when you start thinking too much. I try to talk about it with my loved ones. I hit the gym like I always do. And basically, I remind myself that I only have one job, which is making it to the end of the day. Like, people tend to overcomplicate things. Your only real job is basically getting through the day. And not every day has to be about constant progression or about getting better or evolving or growing or blah, blah, blah. It's also okay to sometimes just hold the line and, you know, like, if you have a bad day and you cannot regress, that's already a win. I'm from Belgium, Jacob. Belgium. Do you procrastinate? And if so, how do you deal with it? Well, it's not about, yeah, I do procrastinate. How do I deal with it? I try to get better. I try to procrastinate less, and I try to listen to people that call me out on procrastinating. I have been homeless and rock bottom most of my life. It was like a camping trip for me. Damn. That sounds, oh, no. Life is like a roller coaster. Hmm. So, Vel's basket case, where are you living now? What's the plan? I would love to hear. Guys, I'm 1 hour and 5 minutes in. So, you know what that means. It's time for me to go. I really appreciated this. I really had a great time. Thank you all, Jacob, Janus, Surya, Average, Joe, Rebecca, Assad, all of you guys, man. Um, Diane, Jarl. I love you guys. Tutorial Slave. Appreciate you for being here. Just some guy wearing a hat. Goodbye, my friend. I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. Every single day. The marathon continues. One last time before I go, if you want to do this on a personal basis, if you want to have private video calls with me twice a week, you can hire me. This is my email address, lorenz.research@gmail.com. And that's it, basically. I love you all. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're still here. I'm getting cramps. I'm going to watch something uplifting. Going to get out of this funk. That's a good idea, Ruben. Go get it, man. If I can tell you one thing, one piece of advice, go get outside, man. Leave the house. Go get some air. Walk around. Go into the real world. Ciao, ciao. Peace.